The election means one of two things.
I sense an oversimplification coming, but go ahead.
If this is the way he's going to approach it.
So if he doesn't approach it that way, does it mean more than two things all of a sudden? I think it might.
Either he loses the election and he goes to prison.
Why would Trump go to prison for losing an election? Is she saying that Democrats are going to start locking up their political opponents, even if they're innocent? I mean, in America, we always had a presumption of innocence until one was proven guilty. And last time I checked, Trump has yet to be convicted of anything.
Or he wins the election, he doesn't go to prison, and is that for life that he gets to be president? Will we keep having more elections or no?
I do think one of two things is happening. Either this woman cannot read, or she's lying. A quick Google search reveals that this woman was a Rhodes Scholar. So clearly she must be able to read, which leaves us with only one choice, that she's a complete liar. The 22nd Amendment to the U.S. Constitution clearly states, in the first sentence, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Since Donald Trump's been elected president once before, he can only be elected president one more time, and then he can never run for the office again.
If every election is a new opportunity for him to go to prison, do you think he allows us to have new elections?
It sounds as though this woman is advocating for the imprisoning of the opposition to the Democratic Party. And that sounds crazy. Of course, this woman does appear crazy. She has the same haircut as Shoney's Big Boy. It's almost like a woman said, I want to be a boy, and I want to be a big one.
I mean, if those are the stakes, if winning the election is his plan to stay out of prison, what happens in that election if and when he does not win it? I mean, if Trump and his supporters see the stakes as losing and going to prison or winning and being president, and probably president for life.
Notice how Big Boy has now expanded the people being locked up to not just Donald Trump, but to Donald Trump's supporters. Well, Big Boy, you may be on the verge of realizing the problem with locking up your political opposition to remain in power, which is exactly what it appears Big Boy and the Democratic Party are trying to do, based on the baseless nature of the 4 Trump indictments. If people do believe that their government will imprison them, even if they're innocent, just because of their political beliefs, those people might violently oppose such a government. And our nation was founded by people who oppose such things, hence the U.S. Constitution and the Second Amendment that it contains.
How should we expect that he and the Republican Party and Republican officials in swing states are going to handle the conduct of that election that Trump may very well lose?
And he may very well win the next election. It almost appears that Big Boy is laying the groundwork to contest the next election if and when Donald Trump wins it. Big Boy manages to be both smug and ignorant. Let's call it smignorant. And this lying propagandist is launching a relentless assault on truth, beauty, and goodness every time she appears on my screen and opens her lying mouth. Don't listen to Big Boy. It will make you stupid.